have a serious question to ask. I was just wondering whether any of you TIs also experience people making like fake, phony conversation with you. Like for instance, I went to Audi to go. I left my phone um, last night in Audi, and I went to pick it up today, and I did some food shopping whilst I was there. But anyway, the lady that bought me my phone asked me what is on my phone screen, lock screen, and I told her it's a motorbike. And she said, "Oh, it's a very nice bike. I also ride a bike." And she was on about, she rides a bike, and it's a very similar bike to the one that's on my lock screen. And she was just kind of, but then I go away from situations, and I'm just like, actually, does she really ride a bike? Golden? Golden? Hello, Golden. I'm actually like, does she actually ride a bike? I'm like, so I was just wondering, being a TI, it leaves us feeling very, what's the word? I can't think of what the word is. We suspect everybody, and I don't want to use the word paranoid, but it drives you to a sense of questioning and doubting and overthinking. And what helps me to not kind of go into like a deep, dark place is kind of saying, well, has it affected my life? Has anything that she said, is it going to affect my eternity spent in heaven? Is she going to be with Jesus Christ, judging on the day of judgment where I shall spend eternity? And so I have to kind of switch it about. But then the other voice says, however, they're trying to make a fool of you. They're trying to make fake conversation with you. They're trying to take you for an idiot because nothing's real. It's just, they're just trying to engage with you and try to mess with you. And, it's hard. It's a battle. And you have to kind of choose which one you're going to go with. Are you going to just go, you know what, if that's the case, then so be it. Jesus was mocked and ridiculed, and, there are people in worse situations than I'm in. So, you got to either choose, are you going to give that attention, the negative attention, or are you going to, focus your attention on the more positive things in life and let those kind of things go. I was just kind of wondering whether, you guys get that. Because I get it quite often. I look back and I'm just like, that was fake. That person that came up to me talking about this or talking about that wasn't sincere at all. And their story was not, they didn't have their facts together. They didn't have, there's doubts. So, yeah, it's not a big deal, It's not a big issue. It's not like be all and end all, but it still kind of is annoying to think that, there's a group of people that are trying to be up here trying to make you look stupid. You know what I mean? But, today's motto was not to give people a piece of my mind, but give people the peace of God's mind. So, if they were mocking me and taking the mick, and she actually indeed doesn't ride a motorbike, and she was just told to say that and create a story and so forth, I've got to show people the Christ in me. And, I could either react in an angry way and tell her, lady, listen, move from my face with your fake story. And then they go, ha 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 ha, and he's supposed to be a Christian, ha ha ha. Or I can smile, be polite, and wow, that's very important actually. Or I can smile, be polite, be genuine, be sincere, and they walk away and go, but why was he being sincere? Why was he being nice? I was mocking him. I was taking the mick out of him. I wasn't being genuine. I don't understand, why is he not reacting? Why is he being calm? I don't understand. And then they go, I'm confused. You know, it confuses them. And then in turn, they say, well, it must be God. It must be the God that lives within him. It must be Jesus Christ that lives within him. Because if that was me, someone came up to me and was mocking me, I'd be so upset, I'd be angry. But he just stood there and was kind and polite and thanked me. So that's how you gotta do it. You gotta let people see which God is in you. If Satan lives within you, and you're full of hate, you're full of unforgiveness, then that's evidently what you're gonna show people, consciously or unconsciously. But if you are living for Christ and, you claim that Christ is your God, consciously or unconsciously, hopefully it will become unconscious because you'll do it without even knowing or thinking. It will just be a natural thing just to be kind, sincere and forgiving and indulge them in that conversation. Now, I'm not trying to say you got to stand up here for 10 hours and look like a damn idiot, but you got to be polite, you got to be kind, you've got to be genuine. Just how Jesus was when he came and he walked. He knew what was in people's hearts. I mean, he's the Lord. He's the Lord. I mean, like, he's the all-knowing. Of course he knows everything. He knew what was going to happen before he met that person, before he spoke to that person, what that person was going to say. He knew. But even though he knew what was in certain people's heart, he didn't go, you know what, I ain't even going to go here. Psh, bounce. No, he still went there and he still preached and he still prayed over people and he still forgave people and he still went, and preached in the marketplace, even though the Pharisees and the rulers were trying to, get him killed and stuff. He was still like, you know what, I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know why? Because I'm about my Father's business.